because we had been in another network marketing business with them, gosh, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago or 20 years before that, I was turned off to network marketing, and my husband was too. We worked that business really, really hard. We never really became successful, not anything to speak of. And I mean, I hate to even tell you about it. Lauren hates for me sometimes to even tell my story. She's like, Mom, it's so depressing. But I think somebody needs to hear this, okay? Because if you haven't faced some of the challenges that we've been through, you will. Okay, I'm just going to tell you up front. So let me ask, who has been in the business longer than a year? 2 years? 3? 4? Okay, so see how many hands? 4 years? Be 8 years for me in July, and Tina's 8 years. Okay, a lot of people quit before they get to this point. Okay, but with that being said, hopefully whenever you're feeling like you want to quit, you're going to think about me and think about, wow, Melynda kept going. You know, even though she was discouraged so many times, even though that I missed a lot of my goals, so many, I won't even go through them all. Lauren's not here, but she'll probably hear about it. Oh gosh, and it's funny now, but back then it wasn't. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, and you're gonna come across times where you're going to be discouraged and want to quit and give up, or something. You're mad at somebody, they didn't. You know what? I really feel like I don't get mad at people. It just hurts me for them because I see what I've pushed through and what it's done for our family, and they give up.
Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. And I know how it can change their life because it's changed mine. But, okay, so back it up. I had a party for Melody. I did not want to sell it. I already told her that up front. I don't want to sell it. I'm just going to have a party. Gosh, we had such amazing results, and 2 of my friends wanted to sell it. So I reluctantly signed up. And guess what? I was a peddler for about 3 years. I mean, I'm not going to say, well, the first 2 for sure. My husband has all the numbers of how much I made each year, okay? And you probably already heard it. $80 the first year, $1,800 the second, but I did make some rap cash, okay? Now that's not on the books, and he doesn't even know how much rap cash I made. A lot, okay? But that kept me in, okay? That kept me in. And every time I was ready to quit, somebody would come up to me and say, hey, do you still sell that rap? Do you still sell the Fat Fighters? Has anybody else been there? You're quitting tomorrow. You're turning your auto ship off. You know it. You're turning it off. You can't do it. It's not. This business is not for me. This is what same thing I was doing. And then the next day, this 7-year-old man comes up to me and wants to buy a wrap. I'm not even kidding. This is a guy that I worked with. And he loved the wraps and the Fat Fighters. He kept me in the business for another year. And I mean, I'm a yellow. Anybody else yellow? Okay. So, yellows can do this. All right? I'm proof. I'm not organized. Like Melody, fly by the seat of my pants. I guess I have some blue in me, not a streak of green at all.
Yes.
And I'm working on my red.
Yes.
That's really important. You do have to have that streak of red. But, so we didn't even know what we were doing. This is how, if I can do this, you guys can do it. We didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have the steps to success. We didn't have hardly any of the things that you guys have. And we still did it. And it's a miracle. Sometimes I even wonder how I held on, because my husband wasn't on board for 4 years, or my daughter. And I know most of you guys know Lauren, and now it's like I'm Lauren's mom. But for 4 years, nobody knew who Lauren was or my husband. Now everybody loves them. Thank God, and I'm so grateful that they did join me, because it took my business to the next level. That's what I needed, because, you know, it was hard for me to leave the kids at night. I didn't want to do parties all the time. You know, I'm just, you know, I'm telling you this because I want you to push through that and do it anyway, even though you don't feel like doing it, because if I hadn't have done it, we would have been in so much trouble financially. I have been blessed to be a stay-at-home mom, have 4 kids. My husband made awesome income, but like Tina, we were stretched, you know, to the max. And when my oldest son got ready to go to college, guess what? We couldn't even afford a student loan. And my husband's making over $250,000 a year. And that was when I got mad. Because when your kids want something, do you want to tell them no? Because I didn't want to tell my son he couldn't go to the college that he wanted to go to. And so that was probably about 4 years into it. And we had a lot of financial issues and medical bills, all right? And I decided, it was just like a switch that went off in my head. I'm doing it. So if you haven't had that moment yet, I hope that you will. If you're still worrying, like, I don't know if this is for me, can I really do this? I promise you, if you make your mind up to do it, you will. And just like Tina said, confess it. Get with your upline, they will show you everything to do, because if it wasn't for my upline, if it wasn't for Melody, if it wasn't for Tina Hatcliffe who showed me how to chart, because I knew nothing about it, I still have, a hard time with it. Thank God Willie's green and, red and everything. He gets all the numbers down and he just says, okay, this is what we need in this leg. So you don't have to know everything. We just winged it for so many years. And, if that's the only thing that I leave you with tonight, it took me 4 years to go double diamond, but guess what? I followed up with people, okay? And I think we're gonna do tips in a minute and I'll tell you about that. Followed up. I signed up a group that went double diamond in 4 months. So this is what you can do too. Don't give up, even 4 years into it, okay? Because then the next year I went triple and presidential in the same year, all right? So if I can do this, I promise you can do it. There's no reason. I don't care what your excuses are. You can overcome them. And that's one thing that I have been good at over the years, because I've been through it now. So nobody can tell me anything that I haven't already been through. No excuse. Broke, kids, tired, stressed, husband didn't do it, family no support. I've been there. So, and just by the grace of God, every day praying, okay, Lord, help me get through this, because I know this is going to be what's going to help our family. And honestly, I just can't even tell you all the blessings that have come from this business. And, it's just because I made the decision to do it and get it done. So anyway, I'm done. And I'm going to let Susie get up here and tell you her story.